All right, so we're diving deep today into this NFL trade that's got everyone buzzing.
Yeah, a lot of chatter.
It seems like a simple swap on the surface, but something tells me there's more to it, and we're going to figure that out.
Absolutely, yeah.
We've got some excerpts here from this article, Kenny Pickett trade. Eagles to Browns for draft pick. Should be pretty interesting.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, anytime a quarterback is involved, it's big news.
Right,
Yeah.
especially when it's not even the starting quarterback,
Right.
you know? We're talking about backups here, and that's kind of the first thing that jumps out at me. Like,
Yeah.
why trade your backup?
Right, exactly. And not just trade him to get another quarterback back in the deal. It's like a quarterback carousel spinning.
It's like a quarterback square dance or something.
Yeah, right. So let's break this down. Start with the basics. Philadelphia Eagles, they traded their backup quarterback, Kenny Pickett, to the Cleveland Browns.
Okay.
And in exchange, they got a draft pick.
Makes sense so far.
But here's the twist. They also got another quarterback back from the Browns. It's like a 2-for-1 deal on quarterbacks.
Okay, so that's where things start to get a little bit murky for me.
Yeah, it's not your typical trade, right? It's
Yeah.
got people speculating, what's the end game here?
Yeah, what are they up to?
Exactly. So let's start with the Eagles' perspective.
Mm.
Why would they trade away Pickett in the first place? One possibility, they really believe in their starting quarterback.
So they're not worried about having Pickett as a reliable backup.
Yeah.
They've got their guy, and that's it.
Exactly. They're all in on the starter.
Okay, makes sense.
Another theory, and this ties into the draft pick they got. Remember, the NFL draft is coming up.
Oh, yeah, big event.
And this year's quarterback class, it's supposed to be stacked with talent.
Really?
Yeah, some potential franchise quarterbacks in the mix. So maybe the Eagles are thinking long term.
They trade Pickett, get a better draft pick, and then, boom, snag one of these future stars.
Precisely. And there's some chatter they might be eyeing guys like Hendon Hooker or Clayton Tune. Both had stellar college careers.
Yeah, I've heard those names being thrown around.
So this trade could be the Eagles maneuvering to position themselves for the future.
Okay, so they're playing chess, not checkers.
Absolutely strategic thinking.
And there's another piece to this puzzle, right? That pesky salary cap.
Ah, yes, the salary cap, the bane of NFL general managers everywhere.
Yeah, it always seemed a bit confusing to me, all the numbers and the rules.
It is complex, but basically it's a limit on how much money each team can spend on players' salaries each year.
So they can't just go out and buy whoever they want.
Nope, got to stay under the cap.
So how does this trade play into that?
Well, trading Pickett likely frees up some cap space for the Eagles.
Okay.
It's like, imagine you're at the grocery store, you've got a budget, you want to get some steak, but it's a bit pricey.
I love a good steak.
Me too, but if you swap that steak for some chicken, you save some money, right?
Yeah, and chicken's delicious too.
Exactly. And now you've got a little extra cash to maybe splurge on a dessert or something.
So the Eagles are swapping their steak for chicken, and now they can go get some sides.
Exactly. They can use that freed up cap space to maybe sign another big name player, a wide receiver, a defensive star, bolster their team in other areas.
So this trade gives them more flexibility.
Exactly. Options are always good in the NFL.
Okay, so we've got the Eagles possibly making a play for a future quarterback, freeing up some cap space to make other moves. But what about the other side of this trade? The Browns.
Yeah, the Browns, this is where things get really interesting.
Because they get Pickett, but they also give up a quarterback in the deal.
Right. So they essentially swap quarterbacks, which begs the question, why?
Yeah, what's the logic there?
Well, some analysts are suggesting it's about creating competition at the quarterback position.
So they bring in Pickett to push their current quarterbacks to perform better.
Exactly. Light a fire under them.
But they already have like 2 decent quarterbacks on their roster,
Nice
right?
do. So it's not like they're desperate for a starter.
So there must be something else going on here.
Right. It's got everyone speculating maybe they see something in Pickett, a diamond in the rough that they can develop into a star. Okay.
Or perhaps the quarterback they're sending to the Eagles is someone they've soured on. They're not seeing the potential they once did.
So it's like they're culling their losses and taking a chance on Pickett.
Possibly. We don't have all the details yet, but it definitely raises more questions than answers.
It's like a puzzle with some missing pieces.
Exactly, and that's what makes this trade so fascinating.
Yeah, it's not just a simple transaction. It's a strategic move with a lot of implications.
Absolutely. Both teams are playing the long game here. They're not just thinking about the season, they're thinking about the future.
So it's like chess. They're thinking several moves ahead.
Exactly. They're trying to anticipate their opponent's moves and position themselves for success down the line.
And we, as the fans, we get to watch this all unfold. It's kind of exciting in a way.
It is. It's like a drama playing out in real time.
So to recap, we've got The Eagles potentially eyeing a future star quarterback, freeing up some cap space to make other moves, and then the Browns making some, let's say, unconventional moves at the quarterback position. Yeah, some head-scratching maneuvers.
It's a lot to process.
It is, and the best part is this is just the beginning.
Oh, yeah. This is just the tip of the iceberg.
Right, we've got the draft coming up, free agency, a lot of moving parts, and this trade could set off a chain reaction.
Like a domino effect.
Exactly. It could reshape the landscape of the NFL, and we'll be here to analyze every move.
So what started as a seemingly simple backup quarterback swap has turned into a real brain teaser.
Yeah, it makes you think, what's next? What are these teams really up to? And that's the beauty of the NFL. You never really know what's going to happen next.
And that's why we love it, right? The intrigue, the unpredictability that keeps us coming back for more.
Absolutely. It's a game of strategy and surprises, and this trade is a perfect example of that.
So buckle up, folks, because the NFL offseason is just getting started, and who knows what other twists and turns are in store.
Stay tuned because we'll be here to break it all down for you.
All right, that's going to do it for this deep dive. Thanks for listening, everyone, and we'll catch you next time.